So this is the problem number 1. In this problem what we have to do, we are given a string and we need to verify that the given string is valid floating point number or not. If it is valid, then in that case we have to return true, otherwise we return false. So here I have given some examples. We can see here these all are valid floating point number, but this one is not because it's starting with plus minus both. So in that case we have to return false. For this solution here I have used RE module. This module is used for regular expression, and first of all here I am taking an input like how many string I want to check, and here I have used compile method. In that method I am checking here if it is starting with plus or minus, then again we need to check after that it should be digit. So it should be digit, so after dot operator again it should be digit. So if all conditions are true, so in that means our string is going to match, and here I am comparing. If it is true, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. In example, as an output here we can see I have taken 2, and these are the valid floating point numbers, so it is printing true, and this is not valid, so it is printing false. So this is the problem number 2. In this problem there is retail store management and they are giving discount according to their bill amount. So here we are given bill amount, and we need to find a discount bill amount, and along with this we have to print bill ID, customer ID and bill amount. So here I am checking if bill amount is greater than or equals to 1000, then they are giving discounted 5%. If it is between 500 to 1000, then they are giving a 2% discount. If it is greater than 0 and less than 500, they are giving a 1% discount. So here I have taken an input bill ID, customer ID and bill amount, and after printing these all things, here I am checking if it is greater than 1000, then we need to find a discounted 5%. If it is greater than or equals to 500, then we need to find discounted 2%, as we will find discounted 1%. And finally here I am finding discount bill amount, so it should be bill amount minus discount percentage, and after that here I am printing discount bill amount. This is the problem number 3. In this problem there is ABC retail store, and they have some given items. So first a dining table, TV stand, cupboard, something like that, and it has price accordingly. So suppose people want to buy sofa set 4 items, so the output should be 20,000 into 4. If they want to buy dining table 5 items, so output should be 8,500 into 5. So output should be according to their price. So for this problem I have used list, and here we can see I have used nested leaf. I have given all the items and price accordingly. So I am going to show the output. Suppose I want to buy sofa set, 4 items here, and I want to buy sofa set, so the output is here accordingly. And if people enter any random items which is not present in that retail store, so the output will be item not available. So this is the problem number 4. In this problem there is a traveler, and he wants to take flight, and at airport there is some security checking for baggage checking, immigration checking and security checking. If they all are valid, then they will allow to go fly. So here I am going to show the functions that I have created. Baggage checking, I am checking amount, it should be ranging 0 to 40, then I will return true, and otherwise I will return false. For immigration checking, I am here checking expiry year. If it should be in range 2001 to 2025, then we return true, otherwise we return false. Security checking, if it is true, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So for example, here we can see I have given amount 35, expiry date I have given 2019, so these are valid. So in that case he will allow to fly. So the output here we can see allow to fly. This is the problem number 5. In this problem there is income tax department, and employee has given their employee ID, basic salary allowances, and we need to find gross salary and net pay. So but according to the income tax department, if gross salary is between 5,001 to 10,000, then we need to find income tax at 10%. And if gross salary is between 10,001 to 20,000, then we will find income tax at 20%. Similarly, we'll find it 30% if it is greater than 20,000. So here I'm finding gross salary. It should be the summation of basic salary plus allowances. Then I am printing. Here I am checking all those conditions, and according to there I am finding income tax at 10%, 20%, 30%, and finally here I am finding net salary. So net salary should be the summation subtraction of gross salary minus income tax, and then here I am printing all those things. Here we can see according to their gross salary allowances, our net salary will be the 18,900. This is the problem number 6. In this problem, there is a retail store and they have given some item prices. We have to find the max value of this item prices. Also, we have to find average, and we have to display all the items in ascending order. So, for finding max value, here I am using max method, and here I am finding average, and here I have used sort method for finding sorting. And then I am printing here. This is the maximum value we can see here, and this is the average, and these are all the items. So this is the problem number 7. In this problem we are given a string, and we need to verify that the given string is a Roman numeral or not. If it is valid, then in that case we have to return true. If it is not, then we return false. For this problem I have used array module. Here we can see I have import. This is the regular. This is used for regular expression. Like it has some rules, it has some quantifiers, so that we can identify like how we can represent the character. So this here I have used quantifiers. So this is representing and similarly this is representing if I enter C, double C, triple C, C, D, 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 C up to 900, and this is representing X, double X, triple X, something like till 90. Similarly, here I am using bool method in which I have passed a match. So this will tell us that our string is going to match. If it is matched, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. In output we can see I have entered capital M, so this is the Roman numeral. So in that case it is representing true. In which I performed all the saved operations. Here we can see I have taken 2 shades, fruits and fruits basket, and in which I have given some fruit name, and some fruits name are common and some are different. And here I am performing AND operator, OR operator, len, in, not in, is superset, is subset, copy. So len operator will give us the length of the subset, and in and not in are similar. Like in operator will give us true value if this fruit name is available. Similarly, not in works. And subset is subset if the fruit, if this fruit is subset of this of that set, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So here we can see the output. Here I have printed all those output. This is the problem number 9, in which we have to write a function, and we have to create a file, and in that file we have to read the line from that file, and also we have to display the occurrences of the word. Occurrences of the word means like how many words are similar. Suppose in that file more than 1 or 2, more than 3, how many words are similar, we need to return the count of that word. So here I have taken, first of all I am opening the file for reading, and here I am reading by using read method. Here I am splitting, and here I am checking the conditions. If it is started with small t or capital T, it doesn't matter. I am incrementing the value of count, and finally I am printing count. This is the problem number 10, in which I have used the concept of pass by reference. So in this problem we have to take 2 distance as an input, and we need to compare both of them, which one is greater and which one less than. So according to that we need to print the distance here. So here I have passed 2 distance, we can see, and here I am receiving. So this value is going to receive this value, and this value is going to receive this value. So here I am comparing which one is greater. If this one is greater, Phoenix to SLC, so in this situation this message is going to print SLC is far from Phoenix compared to Tampa, and if it is false, then it is going to print Florida is far from Phoenix compared to SLC. If both are false, in that case both locations are equidistant from Phoenix. This is the output. We can see this value is greater than this one, so it is printing SLC is far from full is compared to Tampa. This is the problem number 11. In this problem, basically what we have to do, there is a detail store, and there we are given some details of customers, customer ID, name, mobile number, and we need to print their details. And also we have to check if their name is greater than equals to 3 or less than 20. In that case their name is valid, so we'll return true. So basically for solving this problem I have used constructor overloading, default constructor, and basically this problem is related to concept. So here we can see I am initializing telephone number, customer ID, customer name. This is the constructor, and here I am doing constructor overloading, in which I have initialized ID, customer name, mobile number, and finally here I am checking the conditions. If customer name is greater than equals to 3 and less than 20, so in that case we will return true, otherwise it will false. And here I am passing telephone number, in which I have given some telephone number, and here I am creating an object in which I pass telephone ID, telephone number, and name is Kevin, and finally here I am printing. So output in that we can see here customer ID is 1001, so that I have passed here, we can see, and telephone number is this one, and name is Kevin. Thank you.